Hello, folks, and welcome back to another review and thoughts on. I finally decided to watch Ghost, or not Ghost, Grave Encounters again, because I had seen it before, like really many years ago, and yeah, watching it now. There's some stuff I like in it. It's basically if you saw the show Ghost Adventures, which is Zach Bagans and Nick something, and then Aaron Rost or Frost. It's three guys, who pretty much they do ghost traveling. They go to different places and you know they get any ghost encounters pretty much caught on a camera. I do like that show. I think it's still a good show. I don't know if they're. I mean, I guess they are still on, but I don't know if they're really that popular as much as they used to be. But I don't mind Zach, Nick, and Aaron. Nick's funny though, or not Nick. Aaron's funny on there. He always doesn't want to be alone in the dark spaces of wherever they're filming at, whatever episodes. Anyway, this movie, Grave Encounters. Basically, it's a pair. It's sort of. It's still a serious. It's a lost footage film. Let me get that out. It's a lost footage film, and basically, it's this uh, ghost camera crew who go places and try to film their TV show, or either TV show or online show. I can't remember which, but they're doing that. They go to this new area, a hospital, and pretty much they film there. At first, it starts out slow. Oh, the movie's directed by the Vicious Brothers, who, given their records for downbeat endings with their movies, you got this movie. I don't know if they directed the second film. If they did, and it's. I mean, I think if I remember right, I think the second film isn't as downbeat as this one. Granted, it's still wacky, but I think the guy and girl live at the end at least. This one, so that sucks. That's a point. That's a con with this film. I didn't really care. Really, it's not one of my favorite lost footage films. It's not really. I like certain ideas that were in the film, like when stuff starts hitting the fan subtly, like they start noticing, because they get locked when they do their paranormal walkthroughs. They want to stay the night, so they get locked in till morning. But like there's a scene where um, I'm sorry, I I didn't really get a lot of sleep. Really, I stayed up all night. Really, watching that movie and then watching Big Brother, but old seasons, of course. But pretty good show. But anyway, yeah, Grave Encounters. There's a scene where they they think pretty much it should be morning by now because their clocks say it's 8 o'clock, and pretty much the sun should have been up by now. But and then oh yeah, they have this phony. They try to do right. They try to do the cheating thing where, oh, we bring in we bring in this psychic or medium, and the guy is really not even that. So like at the beginning, they introduce each other and stuff like that. I think his name's Houston. I swear I recognize that actor from another movie, or I think I've seen him in other movies. He's like an older guy, but he dies and in a weird way where he gets like kind of I think it fizzles out a little bit on the surveillance camera, but like when stuff is getting hectic and they run off and leave him alone. I mean, at least I will say the characters in this film, at least they don't do as much stupid stuff where They don't leave where they go off by themselves really, except for the one tech guy. He ends up having to when they want to pack up everything because stuff starts subtly happening. They don't really want to stay around anymore, except for the Lance character, the Zach Bagans guy, pretty much version. Um, he wants to keep filming stuff, but his crew's like, no, we're leaving, we're getting out of here. I do like the fact that these ghosts of this insane asylum or ward, place, hospital, they play with time or looping. They play with loop timing where they get lost going through the halls. They think, oh, this is the exit, and then when they walk through the front, but then like the front doors have like a outside. When they first go into the hospital, outside of the doors, it says death awaits. And when there's a scene when they're already in the hospital, they end up seeing the same doors, and they're like, all right, and then they think they're about to get out, and then it's really just the hospital again. It's sort of like PT. If you played the Silent Hill demo of PT, where it's a loop, every time you go through a door, you end up just going in the same room again. So I sort of didn't mind that aspect of the film. Also, the black guy of the group, he doesn't die. He's not the first to die first. So I mean, that's not really a plus, but it's nice to. But anyway, he gets the idea if we. At this point, one of the tech camera guys is already missing, and they're trying to find him, but also trying to find a way out. So the black guy of the group, he wants to climb on the fire escape because they mentioned earlier one of the windows always end up opened, and he figured he might can climb down with a ladder. So they want to try to do that, and then stuff happens where ghosts start appearing of patients. Like there's a scene where one girl, she's standing in like a corner, and then she turns around and then her face morphs into like a CGI. Granted, if you know my channel, you know I'm not really one of those people that moan and complain, oh, that's terrible CGI. Like, if a movie entertains me. I'm not really looking at the effects as much. I mean, it's nice if they do have the nice stuff. I didn't mind the effect, really. Like, I didn't mind it. Wasn't really scary, but I didn't mind it. Sort of like their look, where it's like contorted. It was sort of like The Ring, almost. Like that. But, like, black sunken eyes, I think. But, and then, like, you have this one guy, this bald patient that they talk about later, or earlier when they're interviewing people. And, they find the black guy, he gets dragged into, like, a tub of blood, and then you don't get to see what happens to, you get the idea that he got sucked into the tub, and then it disappears. He vanishes into the tub, and they do find their tech friend Matt, but he ends up nuts because the ghosts take him and do stuff to him. So he's a patient, and then he offs himself, goes off the elevator shaft and kills himself. So then it's just Lance and the girl. I thought the acting in the movie also was pretty good. I will give it credit for that. But then they try to go into underground not sewers, but underground ways and tunnel. They try to go down in the tunnels, is what I mean to say. And this girl who I think her name's Sasha. Her character, I think her name's Sasha. She's sort of annoying when she starts to, I can't make it, I can't, just go without me. And she's like one of those, she's seen a lot of stuff, so then she just gives up automatically. She just gives up right away. Oh, I can't do it. And so I'm like, wow. And then, like, pretty much it's just them at the end. and then she gets taken when, because they fall asleep in the tunnel, and some fog appears at them, and then it is a nice effect where it covers them up, and then it slowly dissolves, and then she's gone, and it's just Lance, and then he goes to look for her, and then he ends up, this whole time he's sort of documenting stuff as well, like talking to a camera. I think what he was trying to do was trying to keep his own sanity, so he figures, I'm gonna film this, because so really, like, they don't really need to be filming, and they shouldn't be filming stuff if stuff is going crazy. I mean, I guess ghost stuff. At that point, you already got enough footage to, you make it out, like, show people. But yeah, he ends up still filming what's going on, and then he stumbles onto, like, doctors performing operation, and they see him. It's sort of like that scene in House on Haunted Hill remake where the reporter girl, I think she stumbles upon them, and then they notice her, and then they jump at her. That's pretty much what happens in this film at the end, where the one doctor jumps at at Lance with a CGI ghost face, and it ends with, I guess they perform a lobotomy on Lance because he has like a teardrop of blood like coming down his face. So I guess that's what happened. I get, because then they say I'm all better now. Like, he's all drowsy or whatever, and yeah, the movie ends pretty much the same found footage style, which I hate. I wouldn't mind if it actually had a decent ending where, oh, somebody lives. I don't see why we can't do that anymore. Like, some lost footage films, I'm okay with that, but I don't know. This one didn't really even need. If I would have made this film, I would have made it where nobody dies. I would have made it where these people they want to film stuff for their TV show, and they make fun of ghosts, paranormal stuff, and they get a taste of their own medicine, where they decide after they've lived through it, they're not doing it anymore. They decide, we're not doing this no more. But that's just what I would have made it. Oh, well, I can already hear comments. Well, then your movie would suck because nobody would die in it. Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe then don't watch my movie. But I mean, again, it's not bad acting. The effects in it, for my standards, in my opinion, are fine. Maybe some people will say it's dated. I forget what year this movie was. I think it was 2011. Maybe. But yeah, I didn't mind the film. I did kind of get bored towards some stuff, like when they're just walking around. But again, I like the whole they're doing the TV show, a ghost show, and stuff starts happening, and stuff starts to escalate, and I mean, I guess maybe like one of them can die, but the rest of them I would have made just survive. Really, I would just had them all. They should have just all stayed in the one room, but then they stay in like there's a scene where they stay in like one room, but then like black shadow hands start coming through the wall, so that was sort of creepy. I will say that. So then it's like, well, you're not really safe anywhere because they can just appear through the walls too. So I don't really know where's the safest place to hide or be, but I guess definitely not the tunnels, because that's a good movie too, The Tunnel. I ought to have watched that. I did see that. I already watched that, but I will say that's one underrated movie. Again, I can't really tell what the thing is, if it's a person or a creature. I guess it would be a creature because or an alien or something. It looked like an alien to me in some screenshots that I saw. But again, this Grave Encounters. Maybe I'll do the first one. I mean, not the first. You can tell I'm tired. Maybe I'll do the second film. Maybe. Don't hold your breath. Again, join. I have a. You want to request any reviews or commentaries on movies or shows? Join my Patreon. You can request it through there or PayPal. I also have a BitChute channel. Everything will be down below pretty much in the description. So, leave a comment, like, and subscribe, share, and stay safe, and peace and love.